I believe I'm going to be reading student evaluations that are posted on Rate My Professor.
Oh, you're going to start with a nice one. Okay, that's good.
I don't really know what to expect. Hopefully some are positive. I'm sure some are meant to kind of get a reaction out of me.
3.0, that doesn't make sense. Like, everything's great, but I'm just average.
She's so super funny and insightful. She gives really interesting lectures, provides a ton of extra credit, so if you don't get over an A, that's your fault.
Professor Bedoyan is amazing. Her class is super straightforward and she keeps things very professional.
I liked Bengal. I took his class online, so I never met him actually met him in person. He always seems so excited about everything. I don't know how one person can have that much energy all the time, but he does a great job. It's a front.
She is not a tough grader at all. Just follow rubrics on papers and do homework on time and study for quizzes. All are fairly easy if you try. Yes.
You only use the textbook for the first half of the semester. Pretty easy grader for assignments. A couple of things. One, the TAs actually do the grading. So I don't. That's in the syllabus.
Bengal is literally the best professor I ever had. Aww. He cares so much about his students and really wants us to succeed. He is always in a good mood and makes coming to class easier.
I wrote so much in this class. Good. I'm glad.
Awful. Top hat questions every lecture. Yes. Was a bit snarky and was not warm towards students.
She just rambles on in lecture, and I feel like I learned nothing. You have to read the textbook a lot. Oh, dear Lord. I don't want to have to read the text.
Can I be snarky? I suppose I can be a little snarky sometimes.
I do expect that you read the textbook. I used to not have quizzes over the textbook, but I implemented them because students weren't reading unless there were points associated with it.
Well, her only flaw is that she is extremely condescending to her students.
And then they were like, I don't even see why we have a textbook. We don't even get quizzed on it.
Like, I know that some of my classes have a lot heavier course load and take a lot more work, but then my students get a lot more out of it.
I think for a lot of students, transitioning from high school to college is really hard. I imagine that the reviews for my upper level classes, if there are any, aren't as harsh. I think that by the time I've got my 300 and 400 level students, my juniors and seniors are like, oh yeah, like we get the game now, right? Like we know how college works.
I'm the same teacher. These students are all sitting in the same class. I'm teaching the same way, and there are very different reactions or interpretations of how I'm teaching, much like media. And different people will see different things, and what probably differs is what they're bringing with them to the situation.
I think that freshmen sometimes are a little bit more sensitive going into it.
And so if that comes out in the reviews, that helps future students to get a better feel for what level of commitment and dedication they need to have going into the course.
You know, every class kind of has their own flavor, you know, and their own challenges and things that we can, you know, love about them or hate about them. But I do find something very enjoyable to teach in all of my classes. So it's, you know, definitely something I love doing.
Thank you, Murrow professors, for reading your reviews and giving us your thoughts about Rate My Professor.
If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure you give us a thumbs up, share the video with a friend, and check out some of our other content.
And as always, go Cougs.
Murrow students are the best. Go Cougs!